What's going on YouTube? Caesar Media here, driving around in my daily, filming yet another vlog. But before I get into today's topic, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers because I just hit 30,000 subscribers. I'm gonna be doing another giveaway at the end of this video to celebrate this milestone. But thanks again for watching my videos and being my fans. I just opened up my brand new Caesar Media store, caesarmedia.com, so check it out if you haven't already, where you can order stickers. Today I want to talk about what kind of car would I buy if I had X amount of money. Reviewing the comments that you guys post in the video section, and thanks for engaging with me in the videos, is that not many of you actually have a car, and if you do have a car, it's not exactly a fun car that you can drive around, take it to the track days, take it to autocross. So I'm going to talk about what car would I buy if I had X amount of money. One thing you should keep in mind though is that I live here in North America, so the cars I'm going to be talking about are going to be cars that's available in United States. Also, the price range that I'm going to be talking about is what I see at least in North American region. So if you live in different parts of the world, it might be a little different for you, but you should get an idea of what's available here in North America and what kind of cars I'll go with. The first price point I'm going to start out is $5,000 US. Now, all of you should know that $5,000 US is not going to get you much in terms of vehicles, but of course there are a couple of cars you can buy. First car that comes in my mind is the Mazda Miata, also known as the Mazda MX-5 of the Roadster in different parts of the world. It is the #1 best-selling Roadster in the world, and there are obvious reasons why it is that way. Mazda Miata, at least to me, is attractive because it's lightweight, it's convertible, and it's also very cheap to buy. I have seen Miatas go for like $2,000, $3,000 in the US, and that will leave you with a couple $1,000s to supercharge it or turbocharge the car if you want. Or you can go full track build, track autocross build, and install full suspension system or do all the bushings, and that should get you a fun little car that you can take to track days on autocross. And the best part about Miatas and getting cars for cheap is that you don't really care if you crash it, you know. I mean, as opposed to crashing a $20,000, $30,000 car, crashing a $3,000 car that you modified is going to be less heartbreaking for you. Some of you may know this, but I did own a 97 Mazda Miata. It was a 1.8 Miata. It was fun for like a month or so. You know, I had the top down, cruising around, driving around the corners, but at the end of the day, it was just so slow. Owning a 500 wheel horsepower Evo and driving around in like mid 100 horsepower convertible was only fun for a month or so. There's no doubt about the fact that Miatas are slow. If it's stock, it's literally unbearable. I think my truck is faster than the Miata. So if you're looking for something with little more push, little more kick, I highly recommend a MR2. MR2s are becoming more and more rare every day, but if you find these cars, I highly recommend them because it's mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, 2-liter turbocharged, and I don't think you can beat these cars in terms of cost to performance as well as the fun factor. I mean, where else can you find mid-engine rear-wheel drive car for so cheap? So if you find an MR2, I think this should be on top of your list if you only have less than $5,000 to spend. Next up is $10,000. Now, $10,000 is still not much money, but you can definitely buy some cool cars. First thing that comes to my mind, and you should all know this if you have watched what was my first car video, is 240SX. The great thing about 240SX, especially here in the drifting culture, is that there's so many parts out there. There's so many 240SXs. If you crash it, you can buy another 240SX for so cheap. If not, go to a junkyard and pick up your subframe, pick up your suspension components or whatever. So it's like a Lego, you know. If you break one thing, you're just bringing another part, put it in. If you blow up your motor, pull in the SR, turbo it, put in the RB26, 2JZ, even the LS motor. You can do whatever you want. If you're not into drifting and if you don't really want to work on your car so much, I think a S2000 would be a great choice for under $10,000. You can find AP1 S2000 for less than $10,000, and honestly, if I can find one for cheap price, I would rock a S2000 for the summertime. S2000 to me, and I may offend some people by saying this, but it's like a bigger version of Miata. It's a convertible, it's a rear-wheel drive, front engine car. But what's great about the S2000 is that it comes with forged internal. So you can slap on a 30 or 35 hour turbo and make 500 horsepower with no problems. $15,000 is the next price range, and I think all of you already know my answer to this, and it's the one and only Evo 8. You can get these cars for so cheap now. The 4G63 in these motors are pretty much indestructible if you're making under 500 horsepower, that is. But with cams, exhaust, and tune, E85, you're making close to 500 wheel horsepower, if not high 400s, and it's such a good bang for buck car that you cannot really beat an Evo. For under $15,000, you're getting a all-wheel drive 4-door car that you can take to track days or across, and literally if you spend like $10,000 additional dollars into it, you can literally beat up GTRs and pretty much any cars out there on the road. Another car I would consider under $15,000 is actually E36 M3. I'm not a huge fan of the newer M3s, for one, because there's so many electronics, and for two, because it's so expensive. But I do like the classic BMWs, you know, the E30s, the E36s. One is properly done, all gutted out, caged with bushings and suspension. It's a great car to have fun in. Next up is $20,000 to $25,000 price range. Now this is a price point where you can start to buy brand new cars, but I'm against buying new cars simply because of the fact that you have to worry about warranty, so you can't really modify the car as you would like, and also because the value of the car depreciates so much right off the lot. For $20,000 to $25,000, I would still recommend an Evo. With this price, you can buy a built Evo, and I'm probably gonna do a vlog on buying a stock Evo versus built Evo. But why not buy a built Evo and save some money if you have $20,000 to $25,000 to spend? Another option I would consider is probably a FD. The FD RX-7s, at least to me, has been the classic Japanese sports car. You know, it's not too aggressive, but it's got the perfect line for that sportier look, and some people say that Corvettes were based off of this car. I'm not sure if this is true. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the rotary motor that's in the FD, so if I was to buy one, I'll probably do a LS swap in it, just so that I get low-end torque, and so that I can beat on it during autocross and track day events. Next up is $30,000, and with $30,000 you can buy some really nice cars. And you may be surprised to hear this, but I would highly recommend a C606. I think C606 is the best bang for buck car you can buy for $30,000. You're talking about a car that's making 500 horsepower, super reliable LS motor, rear-wheel drive with 325 tires in the rear. I mean, what kind of car comes with 325s in the rear? That's like supercar territory right there. 6-piston brakes up front, and it's built for track use. You cannot beat these cars when it comes to bang for buck. So I would highly recommend a Z06. But if you're not into more of domestic sports cars, I guess I would recommend a Exige, Lotus Exige. Now this is completely different from a Corvette, and it's built for complete different purpose. But a Lotus Exige with a huge wing and huge track tires would be a blast to drive for your autocross days. And it's not like a Corvette, right? You got that exotic look to the Exige. You can get these in bright orange. If you put a huge wing on it with big tires, you all gonna get that attention if that's what you're looking for. Another car I would consider for $30,000 is a NSX. These are such beautiful cars, classic Japanese sports car. They call it Ferrari of Japan. But I wouldn't buy it to track it. You know, I would just buy it because I want to cruise around on the weekends, like what Corvette guys do for the most part when they get divorced with their wife in their 50s and get their midlife crisis. Because these cars to me are so valuable. You know, it's a historic, iconic car, and I could say same thing about the FD. But if I bought an NSX, I would only buy it because I'm gonna cruise around on the weekends and don't anything stupid with it. Keep it nice and clean, wax it every weekend and take it to car shows. But of course, I'm not that kind of guy, so I'm all about the Z06 or the Lotus XGs for $30,000. Lastly, we are $50,000. Now this is a lot of money and you can buy a lot of nice cars, but only thing on my mind is a R35 GTR. You can buy the 2009 and 2010 GTRs, which had the transmission issues, so you might have to be careful to check whether it's being fixed under warranty or not. But you can find a GTR for under $50,000. It's a V6 twin turbo, making close to 500-600 horsepower at the wheel, and with simple bolt-ons and E85, you are in supercar territory. And you can pull on Z06s, the Lambos, Ferraris all day for $50,000. So that's it for today, guys. I hope it was informative and educational. I was getting a lot of questions from you guys asking me, I'm looking for a new car, what should I buy? I only have $5,000, $10,000, but I can't afford an Evo. So I hope it was helpful, and please leave me a comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And again, this is just here in North America, in the North American market, but just keep in mind that it's my opinion for where I live. Thanks again for watching my video, guys. But before I let you guys go, to celebrate my 30,000 subscriber, I'm gonna be giving away a $25 gift card to Advanced Auto Parts. This is just my way of saying thank you to all my subscribers, and I'm gonna be doing another giveaway here in the future. But to win this Advanced Auto Parts gift card, I want you to guess what kind of car I'm driving in. This is the same car I was driving in vlog number 3 and number 4. I post pictures of this car in my Instagram too, so I'm sure you know what kind of car I'm driving. But I want you to tell me the year, make, and model, as well as the color of the car. Whoever guesses this car first is going to be winning the gift card. So it's first come, first serve, so be quick in the response area. Thanks again for watching my video, guys, and good luck on the giveaway contest. 30,000 subscribers is huge, and my YouTube channel is just growing exponentially, and I wouldn't be here making these videos without your support. So thank you so much. These giveaways are just my way of saying thank you to my viewers for watching my videos. I'll continue making these videos as long as you guys like it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, please hit the dislike button. It gives me an idea of which topics you guys like and you guys don't like. So thanks again for watching, and drive safe out there. I'll see you in my next vlog. Peace. Gas to the floor. Just like that.